Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Tanelia and this is Uyan Beauty. Today we're going to be swatching and doing first impressions of a couple of the products from the new Retro Paradise collection from e.l.f. Cosmetics. Before we get started with our swatches and our first impressions, I'm going to go ahead and work through the collection so you guys can see each product that comes in it and how much each product costs. The first thing in the collection is the Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette. This is 18 shades. Just like the Cheery palette, the only difference is this one is like the traditional e.l.f. palettes where it has the plastic cover instead of being a full palette with a mirror on the inside. I like how they did the cover on this one. It's really, really cute. I'm guessing this is supposed to be kind of a 70s kind of theme here, but I really, really enjoyed this color story. Like I said, there are 18 shades. I loved how you have golds in here and you have bronze and you have a couple of oranges here, so you have a little bit of peachiness going on. You guys know how much I love anything that has orange in it. And then you have pops of blue, green, a little bit of purple here, and then you can deepen it up and smoke it out with this navy shade here, and then you have a black and a couple of browns. I just really, really love the different tones and textures in this, and most of the shimmers in here, or maybe all of them, I'm not sure, but they're duochromes, so we'll look at that whenever we're doing the swatches and we'll be able to see exactly what each formula is. But this whole color story and just the multiple looks that I think I can come up with really, really appealed to me. Next we have the Line and Shine lip kit. I think this is the lip glosses with the lip liners that come together, and that kit is $10. Next we have the Primer Glow Oil. That's $10. The Glow Up Body Brush is $10. The Face and Body Shimmer Veil, $10. There are two shades in that, Luna and Soul. The shade that I picked up, I believe this is Luna. I like this one because it has more of a peachy, coral kind of a tone to it. I really, really liked the tone of this one, so that's why I picked this one up versus the Soul shade. Then we have the Dream On Lip Gloss. There are 4 shades in that. Each shade is $5. There are 3 new shades of the liquid eyeshadows. Those are $5 each as well. They also have a new 5-piece brush set, and the bristles are vegan, so they're cruelty-free. We have 2 more items in this collection. We have the Glow Body Oil. That's $12. There are 2 different shades of that. And we also have a brand new Sponge Trio. That's $10. Let's go ahead and do our swatches. Instead of going from left to right like I normally do, I'm just going to go in columns like I did with the Cheery palette. I think for palettes like this, that just works better. So we're going to do Canvas, Dijon, and Caliente. I really like this orangey, kind of a clay orange kind of shade. That is very, very pretty. It's very retro. It definitely reminds me of the 70s. Next we have Sandy Bum, Sea Salt, and Cacao. Not Cacao, Sea Salt, which is this one. That's a duochrome. Very, very wet and shiny. I love how chocolatey Cacao is. Then we have Rise and Shine, Fuego, and Fortuna. I really, really love the names in this palette. Sorry if my swatches are not that great. I am still learning. Oh my goodness. This one, what is that one? That one is Rise and Shine, and then Fortuna. Both of those are gorgeous. This gold duochrome, my word. That is beautiful. We have 3 more rows, Spiced, Sip Sip, and Royal. Spice, I think Sip Sip, this blue one, this is also a duochrome. Oh my word, do you see that? Look at that. That looks so wet and buttery. I really do like this blue too. That's pretty, man. That swatch looks like, but that's a very, very pretty shade. We have 2 more columns. Paraiso, I think that's what that says. Baha Mar, oh my god, that feels absolutely like velvet. And Disco. Those are pretty. Oh my goodness. Those shades are absolutely gorgeous. That green right there, I am definitely looking forward to playing around with that one. Last column, we have Coconut, Tropicana, and Nightlife. I'm like running out of arm space here. And then Nightlife. Nightlife is a black shade. Man, my swatches look crazy today, but that's pretty. All right, let's go ahead and work on an eye look. All right, now let's put together an eye look. I've already primed my eyelids with my Juvia's Face Concealer, so the question now is which direction do we want to go in? Like I said, I absolutely love the fact that you can go in multiple directions with this color story. So the question is, where do we want to start? I'm going to lay down Fuego, which is this beautiful orangey coral here. On camera, it's looking more taupe, but in person, it's this really rich, bright kind of tangerine orange. I'm going to lay that down as my transition shade. And then I definitely want to go into the Baha Mar, which is that green shade, and kind of see how vibrant that looks on the eyelid. We want to see if it's as vibrant on the eye as it looks in the palette, because in the palette, it is an absolutely beautiful shade. Now I'm going to take Spice, which is this kind of a reddish orange shade. I'm going to take that into our crease. So we're just going to lay that here and just kind of deepen up that crease area just a bit. Ooh. There is a lot of pigment in these shades. If you remember, when I was doing my Jacissa palette review, or first impressions rather, I was saying how I have not had a very good experience with the e.l.f. eyeshadow formula. Most of the time they have been just, there's not been much pigment. They've been just powdery or patchy. The Jacissa palette I absolutely love. So when I saw this one, I thought, what the heck, I will give it a try. Mainly because I love the color story. I'm not about like just buying everything that I see just to review to my channel. Even though I want to have things to review on my channel, I want to make sure that whatever I get is something that I know I actually get use out of. And this color story was right up my alley. That is very, very, very pigmented. Now I'm dipping into the Baha Mar green shade. That's one of the shades that really, really appealed me when I saw this palette initially. A little bit of fallout there. But I'm going to lay that on my eyelid, and then we'll lay down one of those duochromes. So I'm going to lay that here. Hopefully we'll get a nice amount of pigment. Yes, I like that. I do like that. That is pretty. Ooh. It's slightly patchy, and it takes a little bit of building up, but not much. It is a beautiful shade. I'm going to try wetting my brush because it is looking a little patchy, like right in there. I'm going to see if wetting my brush will help me get just a little bit more of the color to sit on the eyelid a little bit more and not be as patchy. Let's see. Definitely, yes. That's much, much better. Much better. Now we're getting that nice lime green Baha moment. That's pretty. I like that. I'm going to go back in with that Spice shade just a little bit more and just kind of blend it on the outside edges and blend that Baha shade into it just a little bit more. Okay, we're going to lay down a duochrome, but I just want to point out that this Baha shade, when I first laid it on wet, it was very, very bright and vibrant, but now it's like it's just fading away. And it's not as bright and vivid as it was originally. So that is a little disappointing. I'm going to try using my finger just real quick. I just want to see if it helps any. I mean, in the palette, the shadow itself feels very, very creamy. But with a brush, I'm just not getting a lot of payoff. That's better. I don't know. Maybe this is a matte that just works better using your finger. I don't know. It's definitely much, much brighter, and it's definitely way more vibrant being tapped on with the finger. And now I want to lay a duochrome shade kind of in there, but I have so many things to choose from. I can either go bronzy, I could do the disco, or the sip sip. I I think I'm going to lay down Sip Sip and then put Sea Salt in the corner. What I may do is do a 2 looks 1 palette with this sometime in the future and just see if I can do a video putting together a couple more looks, because like I said, with the different shades that are in here, I just feel like you can put together multiple looks with this. Okay, yeah, nothing's happening with the brush. Absolutely nothing. So let me try getting a little bit on my finger and seeing if we can get any payoff that way. Yep, there we go. Yeah, these are duochromes that just work better being tapped on with the finger as opposed to using a brush. Now, if I used a wet brush, it might work a little bit, but I'm just going to use my finger and go with that instead. If you can see what I'm seeing, that Baha Mar kind of green shade, it's just disappearing. I am so disappointed in that, because that shade was one of the reasons why I wanted this palette, and it's just not working. I mean, it's gone. It is completely blended away. Like you really can't see any more green in my eyelid at all. That spice shade, that's also kind of like blending away. This deeper kind of red shade, I have built this up several times, and I swear, every time I look up, it's fading away. Now we're going to go ahead and take that sea salt shade, and we're going to lay that down in the inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and wet my brush just to see if that helps get a little bit more of the payoff, because it seems like these duochromes, they don't work well on a dry brush. So let's see. We're going to lay that in a corner. It is definitely not the most just illuminating white shade I have ever used. I want to throw a little something in the lower lash line, so I think I'm going to take Tropicana, this little purple shade right there, and just put a little bit, just a little bit on the lower lash line, just to add a little bit of brightness down in that area. I'm going to use one of my Santee Color Gel eyeliners. This is in green. This one I used in my AOA video, my last one where I did the new full coverage foundation. I will drop a link up here in case you guys want to check that out. I am new to filling in my waterline. This is the actual second time I have ever done it. Hold on, let me take my sponge. I'm not pulling on my skin. Pull it down like that, and then just go in there and fill it out. The first time that I did this, I used the pink one, and it was very, very smooth. I had no problem filling it in. This one isn't going on as smooth as the pink one. I'm having to put a little bit more elbow grease into this one to get a whole lot of payoff. Line my lash line real quick. I'm using my Urban Decay eyeliner pen, and we're just going to line close to the lash line and just do a slight wing, nothing too huge, although usually when I say that, my wings end up being massive. Give my lashes a little bit of curl. I am going to throw on some falsies, but I'm going to go ahead and just put on a quick coat of mascara first. I'm using my Volume Stylist from Essence here. We really just want to coat the lashes so that everything will blend in when I throw on my falsies. I'm going to go off camera and do my lashes, then we'll come back and we'll do blush, and we'll play around with one of the new highlighters I also bought from this collection. Lashes are done. I went ahead and threw on my lips while I was waiting for my lash glue to dry. I did my Ruby Kisses lip liner. This is in Crimson. And then I have on my LA Colors Velvet Lip Mousse in Souffle. I thought just a kind of a simple, pretty coral neutral lip would be really pretty with this. Let's go ahead and quickly finish off our face with some blush and some highlighter. I picked up a Primer Infused Shimmer Blush. I have one that's in the matte formula that I absolutely love. This one isn't always Cheery. I grabbed this because it was on clearance sale for, I think it was like $2.50. So I thought, what the heck? I'll go ahead and I'll give this one a try. You guys know normally I like a matte formula, but since this one was on sale, I thought, what the heck? That is such a pretty peachy tone to it. Let's see what it looks like on the cheeks. Like I said, this is a shimmer formula, so I expect to have just a little bit of sheen. Oh, That's pretty. Pretty peachiness. And there's just the slightest amount of glow, but that is very, very pretty. I love a very soft, peachy blush, and that is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some highlighter. This is that multi-dimensional face and body shimmer. I thought I got the one in Luna Vanilla. This one is in Soul, so this is the gold or like rose gold kind of shade. It's gold, but it has like a little peachiness to it. I'm hoping that this is not glittery and it's a little more smooth, but who knows? Because you guys know I don't like a really glittery formula. It's like so far it's looking kind of glittery, but we'll see. I'm just going to throw that on the cheeks. Now this is a face and body shimmer, so you're supposed to be able to take that big brush that comes in the collection, and you can take that and put it all over your body. Yes, you see? It's pretty, but it's definitely glittery. You guys know how I feel about that. It has a very clean, peachy scent to it. In the pan, it feels kind of grainy, but it feels smooth at the same time. Maybe kind of like it's mixed with body oil, maybe. Now you see how smooth that looks on the finger, but when I tried to do it with the brush, it doesn't look like that. Let me see if I apply with the finger. Yes, it looks smoother. With a finger, it applies so much better. So I would say that this formula is one that you just want to kind of tap your finger into and then slightly dab it onto the cheeks rather than using a brush. Put a little bit on my nose, a little bit on the cupid's bow. Let's go ahead and do some final thoughts. From what I used of this, the shades that I did use, they were okay. They were not great. The formula in the Juvias palette was absolutely beautiful. This one, not as good. I did like spice, but I had to build it up a lot. And as you can see, it's still not as deep and rich as I wanted it to be. The Baha Mar shade, which is one of the shades that really caught my eye as far as getting this palette. It was really vibrant when I first put it on. I tried using a dry brush, a wet brush, using my fingertip. It went on vibrant at first and then just disappeared into the atmosphere. It's like you can't even see like anything on my eyelids right now. So that's a little bit disappointing. I did like Sip Sip. That's pretty. Also like Tropicana. I think I am in the future going to go ahead and do a 2-Looks-1 palette and maybe focus like neutral and then like deep retro over here, because I do want to see what other kind of looks I can come up with this palette, and that might also help you guys if you should get this palette yourself. This blush is a total separate piece. It's not part of the collection, but I absolutely love this tone. Normally I like a matte blush, but this is absolutely gorgeous. I bought this with a lot of other e.l.f. products that I'm going to do a full face of later, but I did want to go ahead and try this one. In this video, I thought since, I was doing this kind of a retro look that the peachiness would go with it, and it did. The multi-dimensional face and body shimmer, I haven't used it on my body. Obviously, this is the first impressions. It's okay. It's not my favorite highlighter formula. It does look pretty applied with a finger. If you try applying this with a brush, nothing is going to happen. You're just going to have flecks of glitter on your face. But if you dip your finger into it, slightly dab it onto your cheeks, it's going to look a little bit better. But this being $10, I think that was a little bit pricey. Most of the time, their highlighters are around $6. So for this to be $10, I would have expected a lot more. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you hit subscribe and join our little family over here. We're not very big, but we're slowly growing. And if you want to be notified of any future videos, make sure you tap the bell on the bottom so that you'll get the notifications. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.